Topi, the red warrior of the savannah. This is the heart of Africa, where life bursts into brilliance under the scorching sun. Yet death lurks within every shadow, every blade of grass, and between that raw beauty and constant tragedy, a true warrior endures. A creature with a proud appearance, yet one that carries a harsh and unforgiving journey of survival. They are the Topi, the only antelope that dares to stand atop the highest mounds, proudly defying every danger, the keeper of rhythm across this endless grassland. With a long, slender, and agile body, draped in a glossy reddish-brown coat accented by darker markings on the legs and face, it embodies a beauty that is both wild and refined. They live in herds of hundreds, sometimes even thousands of individuals, sweeping across the land like an unbroken flowing current. Topi are among the fastest antelopes in Africa, capable of reaching speeds of up to 70 kilometers per hour. A perfectly tuned machine of speed, shaped for survival on grasslands that never stop moving. But before the fastest hunter of the savannah, the cheetah, everything becomes fragile. And every passing moment is a thin line between life and death. The cheetah erupts in a burst of speed, slicing through the air as it charges forward. The Topi weaves in desperation, but the distance closes rapidly. A single precise strike, claws locking in, life ends, and the fastest hunter of the savannah claims victory. The life of a Topi is never peaceful, especially for males. On the grasslands, every patch of land is a battlefield where they constantly clash for territory, status, and the right to mate. Two male Topi face one another, curved horns crashing with a thunderous impact that echoes across the savannah, their bodies locked as every ounce of strength is driven forward. Grass and dust exploding into the air, swallowing the landscape around them. It is a ruthless contest where only the strongest remain standing. The victor rises proudly atop a high mound, eyes sweeping across the grasslands, like a king without a crown of the savannah. Every passing moment is a balance between life and death. A single second of hesitation, one misstep, and the fall comes beneath the sharp claws of a waiting predator. It is nature's most dramatic display, where speed decides everything. A tragedy repeated, a harsh lesson in the laws of survival. Despite constant danger, the topi antelope remains an essential link in the savanna, acting as silent architects that shape the grasslands and create living space for countless other species. Moreover, with keen eyesight and acute hearing, topi are often the first sentinels to detect approaching predators, alerting other antelope species and zebras, forming a natural network of safety across the grasslands. The life cycle of the topi is an epic of survival, from the fragile moment of birth amid danger to the scars of adulthood and every tense stride, all bearing witness to resilience in an endless struggle across the harsh savanna. They are symbols of resilience, of an unyielding will. Though danger is ever present and the cycle of survival remains relentlessly harsh, the topi still holds its head high, standing tall upon the grasslands. It is a declaration of life, of nature's beauty that is harsh yet wondrous. Their journey never truly ends, and it is this epic of survival that has shaped the wild, unyielding heart of Africa. Black Panther, the silent demon of the deep forest. In the dense and shadowy jungle, a black shape moves silently through the thick canopy. No sound, no trace, only a chilling sensation, as if something unseen is watching from the darkness. It is the Black Panther, a predator that hunts without a whisper. Unlike its spotted relatives, the Black Panther carries a mysterious jet-black coat, a genetic mutation known as melanism. This dark mantle allows it to melt into the night, turning it into an invisible killer. Its steps are light, almost weightless. Its eyes glow in the darkness. Every movement radiates a deadly elegance. For the Black Panther, hunting is not just instinct. It is the art of patience. Exceptional climbing skills allow it to evade enemies such as wild dogs or tigers, drag its prey up into the trees to avoid theft, and even hunt directly among the high branches. Unlike lions or spotted leopards that hunt across open plains, the Black Panther chooses dense forests and darkness as its allies. It vanishes behind layers of leaves, hides within every shadow, then suddenly emerges like a living nightmare. In the dim forest light, the black coat slowly fades, revealing a vivid pattern of hidden spots beneath. The wild phantom steps forward in silence, carrying an aura of mystery and quiet dominance. With claws sharp as blades and astonishing climbing ability, the Black Panther can strike from above, bringing down its prey with a single lethal bite. It does not rely on speed. It waits for the perfect moment to act. The Black Panther's eyes can pierce the darkness, turning night into an advantage. Even from dozens of meters away, a single subtle movement is enough for it to detect danger and begin its silent pursuit. Though considered rare, the presence of the Black Panther always reshapes the surrounding ecosystem. It is a silent fear, a predator that even the strongest animals dare not underestimate. On a lush green meadow at the forest's edge, where clusters of trees weave light and shadow together, a small rabbit quietly forages, unaware that it has entered the sights of a silent hunter. Without a sound, without a single warning sign, the Black Panther bursts forward like an arrow tearing through space. In a moment of life and death, the rabbit flees in blind panic to save itself, But against the Black Panther's instinct and devastating speed, it is brought down in the blink of an eye. Minutes later, amid the damp carpet of decaying leaves beneath the forest canopy, the predator quietly consumes its prize. No haste, no disturbance, as if the death that just occurred was simply a natural part of this forest's rhythm. Such ambushes are the perfect strategy against small, agile prey. For the Black Panther, silence is the deadliest weapon it possesses. As the sun climbs higher, the forest awakens in a vibrant symphony. Birds chatter overhead, while the sharp calls of langurs echo through the treetops, resonating across the deep green expanse. In a distant corner, a small river flows quietly, its surface smooth like a mirror. Yet within that stillness, a dark shape lurks in silence, eyes glowing from the shadows. Hunting during daylight is not its advantage. The black coat is easily revealed by light filtering through the deep forest. Yet instinct and patience allow it to turn this disadvantage into an advantage. Beneath a thick layer of decaying leaves at the base of a tree, a massive python lies quietly coiled in rest, its body blending into the damp earth. It has no idea that the forest's sudden nightmare is about to awaken. Seconds later, the rustle of leaves announces the Black Panther's arrival. A confrontation between two masters of predation begins. Claws crash against scales, jaws clamp tight. But with courage and agility, the panther slips free from the crushing coils and delivers a lethal bite to the python's neck, ending it in an instant. In the harsh world of nature, survival alone is not enough to be called victory. For the Black Panther, reproduction is the true mission, a testament to strength, dominance, and absolute authority within the green depths of the forest. The mating season of a female leopard lasts around 5 to 6 days, marked by a distinctive scent that spreads throughout the forest. With its keen sense of smell, the Black Panther quickly detects the signal. Waiting there is a spotted leopard. After mating, the spotted leopard becomes pregnant. The gestation period lasts between 90 and 105 days, a time filled with danger. While the female searches for a safe place to give birth, the male Black Panther silently guards the territory against any rivals that might challenge his mating rights. The spotted leopard chooses a small den hidden beneath dense foliage. There she gives birth to 2 to 4 cubs, tiny, blind, and weighing less than 600 grams. A new life cycle quietly begins, fragile yet full of hope. Under the guidance of their mother, the cubs gradually become familiar with the deep forest, learning how to climb and stalk prey. Instinct slowly awakens, shaping them into some of the most silent and dangerous hunters in the wild. Those cubs will eventually grow up, carrying the Black Panther's rare genetic legacy, and continue writing the legend of the silent phantoms that roam the depths of the jungle. As darkness falls over the forest and the sounds of birds fade away, a shadow appears once more, slipping between the trees. No one hears it, no one sees it clearly, only a quiet shiver spreads through the air. Within the dense darkness of the deep forest, the black shadow silently stalks every step of its prey. No sound, no wasted movement. Then, without warning, a lightning strike tears through the stillness. The deer collapses, and the forest falls silent once again, as if the death that just occurred were nothing more than a gust of wind passing through the night. And so, within the pulse of the wild, the legend of the Black Panther continues to live on. It needs no words. A single glance is enough to leave the entire forest in silence. Kangaroo, a leap that reverberates across the Australian outback. Amid Australia's arid grasslands and dense scrub, one creature has risen to become a global symbol. A tireless jumper, carrying both raw power and a captivating wild beauty. This is the kangaroo. The kangaroo is the largest marsupial in the world, equipped with powerful hind legs and a long, muscular tail that acts as a counterbalance, allowing it to maintain remarkable stability. They can reach nearly 2 meters in height and weigh over 90 kilograms, making each bound feel like a powerful surge through space. Unlike any other mammal, kangaroos move by hopping. With a single leap, they can cover more than 9 meters, reaching speeds of up to 60 kilometers per hour, turning the open grasslands into a stage for power and agility. Its thick, powerful tail functions like a third leg, providing support and enabling the kangaroo to deliver devastating kicks when threatened. Kangaroos typically live in groups, known as mobs, which can range from a few dozen to several hundred individuals. Within the group, the dominant male defends the territory and competes for mating rights with the strongest females. At times, adult males challenge one another in unique boxing contests. Bracing themselves upright on their tails, they grapple with their forelimbs and unleash powerful kicks, battling for dominance. The fight ends only when one retreats, leaving the victor standing tall as the reigning ruler. The kangaroo's ability to conserve water is truly astonishing. They can endure many days without drinking, drawing moisture solely from dry vegetation, a perfect adaptation to an unforgiving landscape. One of the most fascinating and remarkable aspects of the kangaroo is how it raises its young. The female has a pouch at the front of her abdomen, where the joey is nurtured during the first months of life. At birth, a kangaroo joey is just over 2 centimeters long, hairless and blind. It must crawl on its own into the mother's pouch, find a milk-rich teat, and grow gradually under the complete protection of that warm shelter. Inside the pouch, the joey spends many months gradually growing fur, opening its eyes, and learning to hop. When it grows large enough, it begins to peek outside, then gradually explores the world, before leaving the pouch entirely to become independent. But nature is never defined by peace alone. Across the silent plains, danger is always close at hand. A pack of native dingoes, their coats glowing golden, spots a group of kangaroos. Footsteps thunder across the ground as the circle tightens. The kangaroo tries to leap away, each bound coming in rapid succession, but the distance keeps closing, and desperation creeps into every breath. precise strike. The kangaroo collapses amid a cloud of dust. The pack of wild dogs feeds on its hard-won prize. Yet on the grasslands, the lesson of survival remains unchanged. Life is an unending struggle. The kangaroo is not only a symbol of resilience, it is living proof of extraordinary adaptability. In a land as unforgiving as Australia, it survives, thrives, and stands as a source of national pride. Leopard, the soul of the Amazon rainforest. Dawn ignites the Amazon. Dew glistens on the leaves as it slowly drips away. The great river surges forward, and the forest murmurs like a hidden battlefield. Within this vast scene, the jaguar rises, the embodiment of power and fear in the green heart of the rainforest. It moves without making a sound, as if the jungle itself has learned to fall silent in respect of its presence. Every step is an invisible declaration. Wherever it walks, that land belongs to it. It does not race like a cheetah, nor does it rely on a pride like a lion. The jaguar walks alone. Within the dense forest shadows, solitude becomes its armor, turning it into an invisible phantom. Muscles coil tightly beneath the dark rosette coat. Broad shoulders lock like steel hinges. Amber eyes pierce the humid veil. Every fiber tells the same story. Power reserved for a single decisive strike. Its bite is the forest's nightmare. The crushing force shatters turtle shells and pierces the skull of a caiman. It does not need a long chase. Close the distance, lock the jaws, cut the power of its prey in a single motion. The Amazon rainforest is a maze of scents. The jaguar reads that maze with its whiskers and tongue. It marks its territory with scent, scars tree trunks to send its message. Silent yet never ambiguous. Water is its ally. Unlike most big cats, the jaguar embraces the silt-heavy rivers. It slips half-submerged, ears low to the surface, eyes sharpened like arrows. The prey hears nothing. It can only accept its fate. Each individual is a painting of its own. The rosette patterns on the coat differ like fingerprints. And so, the rainforest does not nurture just a species. It nurtures thousands of unique beings, each one impossible to repeat. The jaguar does not roar like a lion. Its voice is low and rough, short and scraping, like a blade dragged across damp wood. The sound feels like a quiet warning. Those who know how to listen will not be foolish enough to take another step. Its territory is drawn by rivers, ancient tree roots, and scent on wet stone. It patrols like a king without a throne. From time to time, it stops and lifts its head, inhaling deeply. No disturbance escapes its notice. Night descends over the Amazon, heavy like a vast curtain draped across the ancient forest. Within nature's symphony, the chorus of insects rises, weaving an invisible drumbeat that drives the rhythm of survival for all living things. The jaguar glides silently along the banks of the Amazon River. Its eyes blaze as they pierce the still surface of the water. In an instant, it plunges like a living spear, a precise strike ending the unlucky fish in a heartbeat. Dawn breaks over the Amazon, the first light gilding the river's rippling surface. Traces of the night's hunt still linger, and within this vivid moment of renewal, the jaguar continues its endless journey of survival. The jaguar is a master hunter, but it also knows fear. When faced with a massive wild buffalo, it does not hesitate to retreat, scrambling up a tree to seek safety. At times, two jaguars meet on a narrow trail. Shoulders rise, tails lash in measured rhythm. A dry hiss scrapes the air like stone against stone. Most encounters end in a controlled retreat. But when they commit, the rainforest gains another color. Then the rain comes down in heavy sheets. Thunder rips across the sky. Wind lashes the canopy apart, forcing even the lord of the ancient forest to retreat into silence. The rainforest needs regulators like it. The jaguar keeps prey populations from exploding. It removes the sick and the slow. Balance is sometimes written with claws. As dusk settles, the Amazon exhales after a surge of life and death. The ruler does not prove strength with words, but through silence, cold resolve, and finality in every hunt. The jaguar is the soul of the rainforest, nature's answer to the art of perfect assassination. There is no noise, no display of power, just a single precise strike, and the forest settles back into silence. To keep the forest is to keep those footprints. To keep the rivers is to keep those amber eyes. As long as the spotted shadow still hides among the leaves, the soul of the Amazon will continue to breathe evenly. Giraffe, the giant of the savannah. Sunrise erupts over the African savannah, revealing a golden kingdom awakening. From within that sea of grass, colossal silhouettes rise like living towers. Not trees, not man-made structures. These are giants with legs like pillars holding up the sky. Giraffes, majestic and graceful, yet harboring surprising strength. Male giraffes can reach up to 5.4 meters, females around 4.3 meters, both standing tall with imposing necks, nearly 3 times the height of an adult human. They are the tallest animals on the planet. Their eyes rise above the grass, scanning every movement of predators from hundreds of meters away. Height is not just an advantage, it is a survival weapon. The giraffe's heart is a superlative machine. Weighing over 11 kilograms, it generates twice the pressure of a human heart, propelling blood up to a brain nearly 3 meters above the ground. Without it, every step could topple them or even be fatal. All of these features create a perfect survival machine, yet they also hold secrets few truly understand. They are not just simple leaf eaters. They feed at heights no other species can reach, clearing the way for lower animals like antelopes and zebras to access the foliage. There is a secret hidden beneath this elegant exterior. The endless long neck is not just for feeding, but for fighting. It has just 7 vertebrae like humans, yet each is as large as a baseball bat. And in combat, the neck becomes a massive hammer. When the dry season arrives, the males begin their battle to claim territory and mates. They stand face to face, necks stretched high, eyes blazing. Then a hammer-like swing of the neck strikes down, the sound echoing like thunder. Each blow can tear flesh, break bones, and even take a life. The battle is not just about strength. It is a ritual thousands of years old, where the victor earns the right to pass the strongest genes to the next generation. This is why the giraffe's neck is so long. Not to reach leaves, but to claim dominance and assert the status of a true giant. Female giraffes are resilient mothers. When a calf is born, the herd forms a protective circle, their long legs ready to kick away any predator that dares approach. The calf needs only the few hours to stand and run with the herd, but the first months of life are the harshest test. Predators are always lurking, from lions to hyenas, and even African wild dogs. Only unity, vigilance, and speed can ensure the next generation survives. Every step of the herd is a challenge sent to the entire world of predators. During the day, giraffes move in small herds, their eyes always alert. They feed continuously, with each individual consuming over 30 kilograms of leaves daily, keeping the acacia forests in check. When drinking, they must spread their front legs wide and lower their heads to the ground. In this moment, they are extremely vulnerable. One small mistake, and a hidden lion nearby will strike like a shadow. Therefore, within the herd, a few individuals always take on the role of lookout, scanning all directions. When a warning call sounds, the entire herd bolts like the wind, their long legs gliding across the ground at speeds of up to 60 kilometers per hour. As dusk falls, their towering necks are bathed in the red glow of the setting sun. In that moment, they appear as pillars holding up the entire sky. And perhaps the greatest lesson giraffes teach us is that to survive and rise above, it takes not only strength, but a vision that reaches far beyond all limits.